Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to continue our discussion of returns, log returns, simple returns applied to single assets and applied to a portfolio of assets. We loaded the packages last time, Quant Mode and Performance Analytics. So make sure that these packages are loaded. And last time we learned about downloading data from using the Quant Mode package. Okay, in Quant Mode, there's a function called get symbols, where we are able to download data, stock prices, macroeconomic data from several sources like Yahoo Finance. Another source where we can get data is let's just open that first, and please in your search engine type Fred. Okay, Fred. Okay, click this class, and the first listing here will be this one, Federal Reserve Economic Data. Okay, if you open this, so this is a database, Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, and you have tons, hundreds of thousands of data here. Okay, consumer price index, GDP, inflation, unemployment rate, mostly from US, but also other countries, class. So there are exchange rates here, and you can download data from this one using Quant Mode. We'll have an example of downloading data from Fred. Okay, for now, class, we'll just focus on downloading data from Yahoo Finance. Okay, it used to be that you can also download data from Google. However, Google stopped the connection. Okay, so it's good that Yahoo still allows the accessing of data from their database. Okay, so in order to download a particular stock, and tons of stocks are available, those that are traded in Nasdaq, in in Dow Jones, okay, in the indices, the some many stocks from different countries, Japan, Europe. You can download class. The Philippines, no, unfortunately. So you get symbols, and then you have to know the ticker or the ID of the stock. So last time we said that the ticker symbol for Apple is AAPL, all capitals class. Okay, and then source is Yahoo. Okay, this this you can, it's okay not to write this class because the default is Yahoo. So even if we don't write source is equal to Yahoo, it will default to accessing data from Yahoo. So if you're downloading, let's say, exchange rate between US dollars and Japanese yen, and then you don't write this class, source is equal to Yahoo, then you will not be able to download anything because Yahoo does not provide the exchange rates. Okay? So mag-error lang yun. And then you have to identify the date. Okay. And as we said last time, if you don't identify the date, then it will default to 2007, January, the first trading day of 2007. And then if you don't identify up to what date, then it will default to the latest date. Okay, so next year, if you download data, most probably this will become, the start will be 2008 because it keeps on adjusting. It keeps on moving. And then this is very important. The default is auto.assign is equal to true. Okay, auto.assign is equal to true. So when you do this, okay, you don't need this class here. Auto.assign is equal to true, which means that R will generate an object. The name of the object will be the ticker symbol. Okay, so let's try this class. Control Enter, and then it will show here AAPL there, which means that Apple was created And you can see that Apple here is an XS object. If you want to give a name to the asset, Control C. Okay, let's just copy this, Control V. Let's say I want to give it, I don't want to use the AAPL, but just AAPL small letters. AAPL alt minus. Okay. Then you have to put here auto.assign is equal to false. You have to put this class. Okay. The default is auto.assign is equal to true. So for this one, you don't need to write this. You don't need to write this because it's the default. However, if you're going to use another name instead of the ticker symbol, then you have to use auto.assign is equal to false. So if I run this class, Control Enter, it will create now, okay, an object here, Apple, okay, AAPL. And it's the same as the Apple object we downloaded a while ago. Okay. Now let's take a look first at the object that we created. So let's use the structure function, structure, and then AAPL. Okay. Or we can use, of course, same thing, AAPL small. It's the same thing there. So what does the structure give us? Control Enter. It tells us some information about your data here. Okay. Here. So it's an XS object class. Okay. Extensible time series. Extensible time series object. Okay, so the start is 2020-01-02, although we specified here 01-01, but it will default to the nearest trading day after the date that we specify. 01-01, there was no trading day on 2020-01-01, so what was given to us is 01-02. And then 2024, 12/31, okay? So there was no trading day on 12/31, so it gave us 12/30. Data double, which means double is a type of numerical value. It means that this is continuous. It can take on decimal places. There are 1257 rows of observation and 6 columns. So that's what this means. You have here the bracket, okay? The number of rows and the number of columns. What are the columns? Apple open, Apple high, Apple low, Apple close, okay, Apple volume, and Apple dot adjusted. Now, it says here index class. Index. What do we mean by that? Let's take a look at our object. Let's view it here. Apple. Let's click this or write view here. Same thing. View. Okay. Open, high, low, close, volume adjusted. Notice that there are 1257 rows of observations and 6 columns. And what the XS object, the extensible time series object, is different in the sense that the index class is not the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not the counting number. Okay. If you create a data frame, what you'll see here is the index, yung counting numbers 1 up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. Here, the index is the date itself. Okay, and that makes it very convenient to make use of XS object. Mind you, it's quite difficult to work with objects where the date or the time is a variable itself. Okay, so XS object are quite easy to deal or handle with respect to time series kasi yung index niya andi dito na, no? Okay, so let's take a look again at the metadata. So index class, date 1257 rows, time zone is universal time convention. This used to be the GMT. Okay, time zone. And then XS attributes, ang source niya Yahoo, and then POSIX city. Ano ibig sabihin nito, class? So this is a type of yung date where it can accommodate not only the year, the month, the day, but also it can accommodate the time, no? the time. So here 11, 23, 11. Okay, so this is useful class for intraday trading. So if you're working on, let's say, minute by minute movement of the data, this is very useful. Okay, itong type ng data na to. Okay, because this can accommodate hours, minutes, seconds. Of course, it doesn't show here because our data does not have the hour, minute, and seconds timestamp. What I mean is that if you have a data that has those timestamp, yung hours, minutes, and second, kaya ng extension. Okay, it can accommodate it as an index. All right, so that's what we see with this data. And we also have another, let's see, summary AAPL. It will give us, class, the 6-number summary. So of course, the index does not have any meaning at all. You don't get the mean, the median, the average, the first quartile of the date. No, it doesn't mean anything. Pero ito, class, since these are double data, yung double, class, no? Double, which means wala na, which means quantitative sila, numerical. Apple, high, low, close, you can see that they can take on decimal places. Okay? So, si volume, okay, and then Apple adjusted. So all in all, there are 7 columns. Okay, let me pause for a while, class, and request your feedback if we're okay so far. All of you, are you able to follow along dun sa get symbols natin kay Apple? So very convenient way to access data. Kindly chat, please, class, if you're able to follow along. Okay, good. Thank you. All right. How about the others? Only 3? I would appreciate you giving me feedback if you're able to follow. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I hope next time 100% na magre-respond. All right. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, and last time, what we did was, this is our Apple object, which is just the same as your AAPL, yung big AAPL. What if you just want to work on a particular column here? Kunyari, adjusted or sometimes closing price, because these are the usual data that's being used in analysis, either the closing or the adjusted. Okay, so let's get the adjusted price. And what we did last time was, okay, let me create another code chunk for this one. Okay. So I'm creating this object, Apple adjusted close. That's the name of the object. And then here, AAPL, $AAPL dot adjusted. By the way, class, okay, before I leave this, okay, let me run this again. Sorry. The structure. All right. Iba yung structure ng no? Okay. Okay. Now, if you want, class, to get the average, what's the purpose of the indexing here? What's the purpose of this one, class? Okay, the purpose of indexing is that, for example, if I want to get the mean of Apple, okay, let's see what this will give us. Control Enter. Now you have this, class, 151.02074. What did it do? Okay, it got the average of all your data here. Okay, and since the volume is has a very, very big value, then the volume will let's say dominate the average, class. So if that's not what we want. If I want only the average of let's say the opening price, so mean AAPL, then I have to use the $sign. If you use the $sign, class, notice that what we'll have here is open, high, low, close. These are the volumes. Okay. So if let's say I'll get the average of the closing price, control enter, then this is what I get, 154. So if you want to compute or work on a particular column, then you'll have to course it through the object. You cannot do this main and then AAPL dot close. Okay, you cannot do that class. AAPL dot close, control enter. Okay, R will not recognize that. It's not found here class. You don't have AAPL dot close. AAPL dot close is found in the AAPL or capital AAPL object. So if you want to get access to this one, then you have to course it through the object, okay, which is AAPL or capital AAPL. Okay, that's why we did this here. The average of Apple close is mean of the object AAPL or if you want, same thing, control C, control V, and I'll use the big capital letters AAPL because they're the same, okay? In fact, class, if I do this AAPL, okay, AA capital L and then dollar, so it will again open the columns under this object. Okay, I'll get close again, close. Okay, control enter, and we got the same thing. Proof that the small AAPL and the big AAPL are exactly the same. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, now how do we create an object out of the AAPL object? Here I'm creating this object with the name AAPL underscore adjusted. Let me just, I'll not change the name because I will have to change the others also. I'll just use this, and then I'm subsetting class from the Apple object the adjusted price. Okay, run this class. Okay, and check your AAPL adjusted close. We have it here, class. It's also an XTS object. Let's view this, and you can see now that this is the adjusted prices of your AAPL object. So we can now create simple returns. Okay, but this time we're not going to use the formula P sub t over P sub t minus 1. Okay, because there are functions in quant mode that allows us to compute the daily returns and the log returns. So I'm going to create another object class. Okay, Apple simple returns Q mode, and it's the function is daily return. Take note, it's capital R, daily return Apple, and then it's coming from quant mode. I can of course delete quant mode there. I think last time I demonstrated this to you just to indicate that this function daily return comes from the quant mode package. Okay, so we're going to get the daily return of Apple adjusted close and create another object, Apple simple return. Okay, control enter. Then let's see, Apple simple returns Q mode, quant mode, and I'll print that here. All right, so you can see here that the let's evaluate this class. Let's just validate that. What type of return is this? Is this simple return or log return? This is our data. So our P sub t, let's just use this, control C, control V, divided by this, control C, so divided by this, minus 1. So I'm just getting P sub t over P sub t minus 1, then minus 1. Control enter, I'm getting negative 00972. So is that the returns? Okay, negative 00972.1. So may rounding off, may rounding off differences. You know why? Because this is not actually the price, no? This is not actually the price, so we're just copying it. So truncated yung ano niya, yung return niya. But it's practically the same class, no? Practically the same. Okay. So we can say that this is the log returns because if this was log class, okay, up, and then I'll get the log of this log, and then I'll remove -1. If this was log returns, control enter, okay, 9769435. 9769435. It's quite far, no? So this is closer. So we can say that 694 721 721. No? We can say with confidence that this is the uh, simple returns. Okay. All right. Then this one class, daily returns. That's a default name. You can change this class by using the call names. So I'm using this call names of Apple simple returns queue mode, and then I'll give it a name apple.simple.return. I'm throwing these functions just for us to enhance our vocabulary as far as R is concerned. Okay, so I'll run this, and then if I get the first 6 observations, I'll just make it first 3 observations. First 3 observations of our Apple simple returns queue mode. Okay, so you can see now that the variable name is apple.simple.return. Okay, we changed it. If I take a look here, iba na, no? Okay, but one thing very important here, class, is that the first item here is 0.00000. Okay, so when you're using quant mode and you're using daily return, it defaults into this one. Actually, it should not be 0 class. It should be actually NA, no? Kasi, why is it NA? Because you cannot compute for the returns of this because it has no prior value. Okay, which brings us to performance analytics, which is quote unquote more correct in that it recognizes the NA. Okay, so let's create this now. Apple simple returns. PA stands for performance analytics. Okay, so we're using return.calculate. Okay, control C, let me just use this, control V, and then double colon, just to remind us that this is coming from performance analytics, return.calculate. Okay, so let's run this class. Create an object called Apple simple returns PA. Control enter. Okay, and then check Apple simple returns. Okay, I think this is I think PA class ito here. Let me view this. Okay, now take note, class. The first element here is NA, which is correct. No? Kasi there's no returns for the first date here because you don't have a prior value. So performance analytics is correctly signaling to us that this first date will not have any return because it does not constitute a period. Remember that for a period, it has to be 2 dates. Okay. All right. Then we have the same here. 97219442. Okay, where's that? 219442. So just the same. Okay. Let me pause for a while, class. Any questions so far? Once again, I hope you give me feedback, class. Are you following so far? Any questions? Any clarifications? Let's wait for the others to answer. Okay, good. Pero 4 lang yung nag-respond. Ha? How about the rest, class? Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, good. Okay, hindi man 100%, at least nearly 50%. But I hope everybody's able to follow along. Okay, so let's go here, class. All right, so where are we now? Okay, return.calculate. Okay, so this is from, we can change the, uh, just like the one from quant mode. Ito, mas pangit nga yung ano nito, no? Kasi sa quant mode class, ang ano niya, ang name kanina, no? Ano nga ba yung kanina? Daily dot returns, I think, no? Yung sa performance analytics, it's still Apple dot adjusted, no? It did not change. It did not change the name. So here we changed it. Just the same. Use call names. Okay, Apple simple return. So if you run this, just first two. Okay, so we'll have Apple that simple that return that performance analytics, and then here you have the NA. All right. Now, itong manual calculation class, I'll not so much discuss this anymore. Okay. And let me just show you how manually paano to, no? Paano siya kinompute? Kasi this is, okay, number one, you can see that Apple price change is the difference. So anong ginawa dito, class? Let's run this class. Control Enter. And let's print Apple price change. Okay. So ang ginawa dito, class, dito sa Apple price range, ano na to? Okay. Minus niya, no? Difference. So 71.833 minus 72.538. So what's the result there? Negative something. So ito NA ulit kasi wala naman siyang prior value. So you get the difference first, and then what do we do, class? What do we do? So what does the lag function do? What does the lag function do? So tingnan natin, class, to, ha? So the lag function, class, will generate yung prior value niya. So take a look at this. Apple previous price is equal to lag nung closing price. And then what lag? K is equal to 1. So yung previous value niya. So for example, you have this closing price, diba? If you're going to create an object which is the lag, ang mangyayari na dito, class, okay, what will happen here? What was the previous value of this one? Yung anong previous value nitong 71? Diba? Itong 72. Oh, let me start here. Okay? Ano yung previous value nitong 251? 254. Right? So, ang mangyayari dito, class, here, the lag of, ano lag nitong 251? 254. Okay? Anong lag nitong 254? 258. Okay? Then, go up. Go up, class. Go up. So we go here. What is the lag of 71.8? So ang mangyayari dito, what will happen here is, this one, class, the lag of this is 72.538. The lag of this is 71.8331. Okay, and then this one will not have any lag. Okay, because it has no prior value. Okay, so we're going to create now an object. Yung lag class is the first value there will be the validate to class. Okay, so that's what will happen with the lag object. So let me just illustrate that. Okay, so here class, no? Apple previous price, I haven't run that, is equal to lag of Apple adjusted. K is equal to 1, which means just one lag. If you do K is equal to 2, then it will be 2 days. Okay, 2 days. All right, so let's run this class. And let's take a look at what this object is, Apple previous. This one. All right, tingnan yung class, no? Ano nangyari? Okay, the first one here is actually 254 is actually the second one here. Bali, pumunta dito class, no? Pumunta dito sa first one. Nawala ito. Okay? So, the first one here now became the second one. So, nag-move sila. Ang kinukuha natin lag, tapos ito class, napunta dito. Tapos here, NA na, wala na. Okay? No more, no value here because it has no prior value. Okay, so then what? So what if we were able to get this, yung price change at saka yung lag? So the simple return will simply be, class, it will simply be simple returns manually done is yung Apple price change divided by Apple previous price. Okay, let's run this. Okay, what do we now have? Apple simple returns manual. Okay, yeah. So ano nangyari, class? Ang nangyari dito, yung P sub T, dinivide natin, lahat ng P sub T, dinivide natin ng lahat ng P sub T minus 1. So pwede siya mag-divide, no? And then minus 1. And then wala pa rin tong nasa dulo. Okay? And this is exactly the same as the PA or the QMD quant mode na returns. All right, so this is just once again to show you how to compute for the simple returns manually to, no? You create an object which is the difference, and then you create an object which is the lag. Tapos i-divide sila, no? I-divide sila. Okay? And then you have now the returns manually done. Okay, any questions about that, class? I am not staying long there, class, kasi manual yan. Okay, I just wanted to explain to you how you can do that manually. But we have quant mode and performance analytics, class, to do that for us. Okay, once again, class, very quick feedback, class, if you were able to get it. Okay, good. Thank you. All right. Pakonti ng pakonti nagki-clear. Does that mean na pakonti yung nakakuha? Okay, thank you. Okay, let's now go to ito, class. Ito na yung kanina using quant mode and using performance analytics for simple returns. Now let's use both for log returns. So just the same daily return, pero you just have to identify type is equal to log. Okay? So again, if you take a look at the syntax, it's best, class here, double question mark, daily return. Where are we? Here class, no? Daily return. Quant mode to, no? Control enter. And dito sa help, okay, here. Period return or dito ang binigay sa atin period return. But anyway, or we can go here to packages and type quant mode, diba? Quant mode. Click this one and then look at the functions here. Daily return here class. Daily return. Click this. Okay. Okay, and then it's suggesting you can use period return. The advantage of period return is that you can compute monthly return, okay? And then here, sabi yo, type is equal to either arithmetic class or this is the default, no? Kanina we did not type arithmetic. This is just the same as your simple return. So you can write their type is equal to arithmetic or type is equal to log. So asan yung type dito? Binigay ba niya? Okay, hindi niya binigay. Type ito class, oh. Type. You can type either arithmetic or discrete or log, which is continuous returns. Okay, yun ang type. Either arithmetic or log. If you don't type anything class, then the default is arithmetic. So going back here, okay, di ba class ito? Daily return, Apple adjusted close, type is equal to log. Okay, so what this will do is it will compute the log return. And then column names, babaguhin lang. Tingnan natin to class, control enter. Apple log returns, ito, quant mode. Ito, daily dot returns, no? So binago lang natin yung column name niya. Okay, binago natin yung column name. Ginawa natin log dot return and then let's get the first two observations. Let's run this too. And class. Again, NA yung una, no? And then this is now your log return, which is what we got a while ago. Okay, just to validate class, it's the log of, asan yung log, ano natin, previous price, change, ito, no, closing. So, log of this one, again, this is not exact, Control C, Control V, divided by this one, Control C, Control V. Log, okay, negative 0.976.945, which is 76995, no? 1009. So medyo may discrepancy ng konti because this one is really computed based on the actual value. This one is computed based on the truncated value. So technically hindi yun yung price, no? Mas may ano pa, mas marami pang decimal place. Okay, so we were able to compute for the log returns using quant mode, and you can also compute for the log returns using performance analytics. Ang difference sila dito sa quant mode, ang ginamit type is equal to log. Dito sa performance analytics, method is equal to log. Yung difference sila, no? And then return that calculate. Ito naman daily return. Okay, so I'm going to run this. Okay, so si performance analytics, ano siya, very strict siya dun sa NA, which is good kasi dapat we have to remove this later on, no? Pag talaga nagko-compute tayo. Okay, once again, I'll pause class to allow you to follow through kasi baka masyado na ako mabilis. Where am I? And when you're done class, when you're able to follow, paki-chat class that Paki-yes na lang, no? Which means that you were able to follow this one. Kim, Kim, thank you. So let's wait for your classmates. Good, thank you. Okay, I really hope the others are able to follow. Please tell me if I'm going too fast because I'm trying to balance between a little bit of speed so that we can cover more materials. And also, of course, a bit of balancing the uh, yung tamang pace lang kasi it doesn't make sense for me to go through this very quickly and then you're not able to follow. The objective is for you to be able to understand and follow along. Okay, so thank you so much. Now we know this class, ito, manual to, no? Diff log. We have done this in the past. So, di ba ito class, anong ginagawa dito? We first get the log. Okay? We first get the log and then we get the difference. By the way, class, no? By the way, I forgot to mention to you. Bakit class ano? Control C. Copy nga natin to class. Why is it? What if we get first the log and then diff? I don't think I discussed this with you, no? But what if reverse process? Paki-check nga class. I get first the difference and then get the log. What will you get here? Anyone? What did you get, class? We learned before diff log, di ba? Of your data, no? Where you get the log first, and then after getting the log, you get the difference, which is actually, di ba, log of p sub t minus log of p sub t minus 1, or log of the quantity p sub t over p sub t minus 1. I hope you recall that. Class. But what if we interchange? We get the difference first and then get the log. What are you getting, class? Could you please chat? What's the result of that process? Ito? What are you getting? Try it, class, and then please give me feedback. Anyone? What will you get, class, if you run this? Instead of diff log, which is a process where you first get the log and then get the difference. Ito naman class, baliktad. You get the difference, okay, and then get the log. Waiting for your feedback class. What do you get? Okay. All right. So paki-chat class kung na ano na si Moments, no? Na-load na si Moments. Okay, thank you. May sumagot kanina dito kaso ang tagal yung sumagot. Grabe. Ito class, no? Ayun, may mga NaNs, no? Okay, let me just answer this very briefly, class. Okay. So, kanina, class, log diff, di ba? So, let me just quickly explain that. Okay. Log diff. Ang mauuna dun, class, getting the difference. Log diff, it will perform first differencing. So, if you difference this, Control C, Control V, and then minus. Price at time t over minus price at time t minus 1. Control C, Control V. There, class. Oops. Sama yung date. Ayan, no? Price at time t minus price at time t minus 1. That's the difference. There you go. Okay, and then I'll get the log of that. Log of... Okay, ulit. Let me just get... I'll call it D1. So D1 is a difference between price at time t and price at time t minus 1. And then let me get the log of D1. So I'll print here D1 and then log of D1. Control Enter. All right. So ang log ni D1, ang difference ni D1 class is negative 7.7. Now notice class, the negative of a log number is not a number. Okay? You cannot get the log of a negative number. Kaya yung kanina class, which was taking you so long to reply, kasi simple lang naman yan class. No? Nagawa na kasi natin diff log dati. Ito, di ba pag rinan nyo yung class, it will give you the log returns. Ito. Right? Kasi you get the log and then you get the difference. Review lang class, review. Di ba ang log class, ang log returns is log of p sub t divided by p sub t minus 1. That's the definition of log returns. Yan, for each period, no? So we said that the by definition log of a quotient is the differences of the logs. Log of p sub t minus log of p sub t minus 1. Okay. So in R, what you do is to get the log first. Log of each of the elements. Pag nakuha na natin log of each of the elements, saka na tayo mag-minus. Kaya nakuha na natin log ng p sub t. Nakuha natin log ng p sub t minus 1. No? Saka tayo mag-minus. Yun ang log class. So sa R, ano yan? Log muna, tapos diff. Kaya nga, diff log, whatever that asset is. Kunyari A, no? Diff log class. So ito tama to. Pero yung isa class, sabi natin, kunin muna natin difference, just like this, kinuha natin difference. And then kinuha natin yung log. That will create a problem class kasi pag ang difference negative, you cannot get the log of a negative. Walang negative log class. No such thing as a negative You cannot get the log of a negative number. Okay, that's why I said, I was asking for you class, anong makukuha nyo dito? Magkaka-NaNs kayo dito. Okay? Kasi pag kinuha nyo muna yung difference, syempre may mga negative yan, di ba? Kasi ganyan ang volatile ang stock prices eh. Tapos kinuha nyo yung log after getting the difference, there will be not a numbers there, NaNs. Not a number. Okay? So, importante dito class yung order in getting the log. That was what I was expecting you to answer class. Kasi ito, simple lang naman yan eh. Ginawa na natin yan. Tapos ito, binaliktad nyo lang. So, I was wondering lang why it was taking you so long to answer. Okay, so that's the answer there. Okay? So, hindi pa pwedeng log diff. Magkakaroon tayo ng mga not a numbers there. Except class, kung yung mga differences mo, lahat positive. Ibig sabihin, the prices kept on increasing. Pag pataas lahat yan, then therefore, their differences will be positive. Diba? Kasi yung price now, minus price yesterday will be positive kasi pataas ako ng pataas. But that does not happen in reality, except in some rare cases. Okay, so balik na tayo dito, class. Okay, so here, konting review class dun sa dun sa measures ng descriptive statistics, measures of central tendency, mean median mode, measures of dispersion, yung standard deviation and variance, then measures of shape, okay? Yung third moment, yung skewness and kurtosis, the fourth moment. Okay, so make sure that you understand those things class kasi gagawin yan sa paper nyo kasi kung may data kayo, kukunin nyo yung mean, standard deviation, variance, okay, skewness, kurtosis to describe your data. All right, and the moments package is a very powerful tool for getting descriptive statistics. Okay, so here class, gamitin ulit natin yung returns, no? Ito, from our previous, kunin natin class yung mean return, at saka yung median return. So, tinan ulit natin class okay, mean apple log returns. Ito din, di ba? Apple log returns, quant mode ito. Right. Notice, di ba may 0, 0 sa dyan? I'm just going to show you something. So, let's compute for the mean return, mean ng Apple log returns quant mode. And then yung median din. So, let's run this. Okay, and then this one pala will give us the printout. Okay. Yan. So, mean daily log returns, mean median daily log returns. So medyo hindi sila equal, 0, 0, almost the same, medyo close, 0, 0, 1, 1, ito 0, 0, 9, 8, 9. Okay, did I give this to you class? Para hindi nyo isulat. Nabigay ko ba sa inyo to? Paki-chat naman please. Alam ko ito nabigay ko sa inyo. How about this class? Kindly check class your file. Nabigay ito, no? Ito? Okay, good. Thank you. I gave this, no? So, okay. Print out class. Measures of central tendency, mean daily returns, and median daily returns. Okay, ito class yung 6F dito, dot 6F. Ano lang yan, yung ilang decimal places. If you change this to, let's say, 4, kunyari 4, no? Okay? Ito, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pag ginawa natin 4, I'll run this. Yan, naging 4 decimal places, no? So, formatting lang yan. Yung dot 4, percentage dot 4. Okay, now, if I replace this class with PA, and then PA here, asan ba yung PA natin? Di ba may ano tayo? Meron tayong log returns, Apple log returns PA. Ba? Ito yung log returns natin. And then let's compute for the mean and the median. Run natin to class. Okay, NA siya class, NA. Why? Any guess class? Why nag-NA siya? Are you getting NA here? Bakit kaya kanina nung log returns na Q mode, umokay siya? Pero nung nag-performance analytics siya tayo ng Q mode, NA na siya. Any guess, class? Any guess why that happened? Not enough data. Okay, thank you, Pablo. Thank you. Thank you for that answer. Okay, it could be more than that, no? Tingnan nyo muna, class, no? Tingnan nyo ulit si log returns natin na performance analytics ito. Could you print this again? Could you view this? Apple log returns PA. Ito. Okay? Okay, what do you observe, class? Obviously, class, no? May obvious kayo makikita dyan. Yes, correct. Thank you, Pablo. No? So, as Pablo mentioned, may NA dun sa unang observation. Okay? Si quant mode class, hindi siya nag-NA eh. Nag-zero siya. Yan, no, zero. Technically, this is wrong class si quant mode. Technically, ang tama si PA. Kasi wala naman talagang log returns dito sa first period kasi wala siyang prior value. Eh, ang log returns class is log of P sub t over P sub t minus 1. So how can there be a zero value here kung wala naman yung previous value? Okay? So, I used PA here now and then nag-NA siya. Kasi if your data has an NA, hindi magko-compute ka ng class. R will force you to see your data. Ano bang meron ba't nag-NA? Most probably may NA siya, which is a good thing, class. Which is a good thing. So, dapat ito, technically dapat, class, tinanggal muna natin yung first dito. Yung first row. Okay? So, let me tingnan natin dito So, let's take this opportunity to remedy this. Kasi hindi pa pwede yung class eh. Diba? So, here, parang may meron akong, pag nagaganyan, blue pa rin to, it means something's, may hindi ako na ilagay na okay? Saan kaya yun? Okay, tinitingnan ko lang class kasi nag-blue to eh. Tama naman to. Ito, kung blue pa yan class, it means something's wrong, no? Dapat hindi na to mag-shade ng blue, dapat yung shade niya yung yung gantong kulay na class, no? So pag ganyan class, it's a signal that may hindi ako na-close, okay? Kasi dapat it should revert back to this color. But anyway, sige. Let's just continue with this. All right. What I wanted to do, class, is saan ako? How do we remedy this, class? Itong babalik ko to class sa wait, saan ako? I'm still nasa mean, no? Nasa mean ako. Ito. Okay. I'll put this back, class, as Q mode para bumalik sa original. Okay, i-run ko ulit to. Q mode. And since this has a zero value, yan. Di ba? Nag-print siya. Kasi hindi naman niya linagay as NA eh. Okay? Control Alt I. Let me copy this class. Control C. Okay, Control V. So before we can use this for yung PA, mag-create tayo class, no? Apple log returns PA. I'll just call it PA1 ayoko na mag-isip muna ng pangalan ngayon. PA1 na lang class. Tapos, and this is equal to class, Control C, Control V, si PA class, okay, pwede natin ilagay -1 or na.omit class. Yun na lang, na.omit. na.omit. Ibig sabihin nito class, pinapatanggal natin class yung yung na, no? Okay, and then I'll print this, Control C, i-view ko, view natin. Alright, i-run natin to class. Run natin, Control C, Control Enter. Mag-view siya class, tingnan nyo. Diba? Natanggal na yung NA sa first row. So you could have done either, na.omit or Apple log returns, brackets, -1. It will remove the first row. So ngayon, tingnan ulit natin to ngayon. So, PA1 na, PA1. Kanina, di ba, nag-error yan? PA1. Okay. Alright, so let's run this now. Ito. Control Enter. Okay, there you go, class. Diba? Okay, pause again, class. Malapit na mag-time pala. Any questions? Ito yung ito yun, may sobra akong Okay, no questions? Alright, then ganun din to class, no? Ito, variance, standard deviation, range, and then i-print natin. So this is what this just does, no? Yung concatenate, yung pag-print nito class. Ito, .8 nga no? But I'll just use .6 here para uniform. But this is for the variance, no? Okay, so I'll run this code chunk. So kinompute niya si variance return, standard deviation return, range return. And si variance class, variance lang. Standard deviation, SD lang. Si range, maximum minus minimum. So you can see the formulas here, very straightforward. Okay, and then it will print now measures of dispersion, variance of daily log returns, this amount, standard deviation or volatility of daily returns, this, and then range is just the difference. Okay. All right. And just to end this class, okay, if it's almost time, if you need to go, just feel free to go. I'll just discuss these measures of shape, no? Skewness naman, okay? And sorry, itong annualized, hindi ko pala na-discuss. Okay, these are daily, no? Daily variance to, daily standard deviation, and daily, yung range, daily range. What if I want to annualize this? Okay, to annualize, for example, the standard deviation here, annual standard deviation return is equal to yung standard deviation return natin, which is this one, okay, times square root of 252 class. Okay, gawin natin dito, isali natin Pakisali na lang class, Control C, Control V, annual variance return. Annual variance return is yung variance return. Variance return. Variance return class times 252. Sorry. Ay, mali. Baliktad ko. Control C. Okay, take a look at this class. So, variance return class times 252. Kasi daily variance return, so this is the variance return daily, no? But there are around approximately 252 trading days per year. Kaya multiply natin ng 252. Sa standard deviation naman class, kasi ang standard deviation square root of the variance yan. Kaya ang i-multiply natin square root of 252, not 252. Okay? So, pwede nating ilagay dito. Copy na lang natin to. Control C. Control V. Annualized variation. Annual variation return. Ito naman, annualized volatility. Okay? Annual standard deviation return. All right? And print this class. Okay, so we get the sa variance at saka yung sa okay, annual variation return. Ano nangyari? Naran ko na ba to? Oh, naran ko na. Variance return. Variance return times 252. Okay, annual variation. Ay, mali. Annual variance pala. Annual variance. Sorry. Okay. Run. Okay. Pinapaprint ko maling object, no? There you go. Okay. Hindi ko nalagyan ng header. Okay, so I'll end their class. Okay, so I hope itong skewness, okay, i-run ko lang tong ganyan. Anyway, i-compute niya yung skewness at saka yung kurtosis at saka yung excess kurtosis. So just make sure class, and then last one, this one. Okay. Yan. So inano niya class, no? Sinummarize niya. Okay, tinan niyo class to, no? Table.stat summary. Okay, this is a very important function coming from performance analytics ng log returns, so number of observations, NAs kung ilan, minimum quartile 1, etc. Okay, so please take time to review this. Okay, so we're done with this, and then next meeting, pupunta na tayo sa pag-plot at saka sa visualization and sa portfolio. Okay. And